Hey everybody, this is Nicholas Moore with Leaf 360, and today for all my mortgage brokers out there that are using Arive or looking to transition, I'm sure you already know that Arive does not have a CRM and you're going to need one to pair it with. Now there's so many options out there, but the main issue that I hear from a lot of mortgage brokers nowadays is these CRMs are too complicated to set up, they're expensive, and they take a lot of time. Now, the problem isn't the CRM, it's the time that it takes to build it that's the issue. And obviously, if you're not committed to CRM, it doesn't really make sense to spend hundreds of dollars on onboarding and setup costs and then another hundreds of dollars on subscription costs. And that's why today I want to show you how Leaf 360 connects Arive with Follow Up Boss to make the perfect mortgage CRM. Now, you're probably saying, there is no perfect mortgage CRM. And that's true. There really isn't. There's always going to be little gripes and little things that you may or may not like or little things that you want to pull from another system that just aren't there. But I can tell you with full confidence that Follow Up Boss is an amazing system that nearly does it all while still staying super simple. So let's just get right into the demo and I'll show you guys how everything works. Now, typically to connect Arive to any kind of open CRM, you would need to pay for a Zapier integration or have somebody set it up for you. Now, Leaf 360 replaces all that. We're not just simply a software company that works in mortgages. We're the other way around. We come from a mortgage background. I've been using Arive since 2019. So we connected with a lot of different CRMs, but I really want to show you guys why I think Follow Up Boss is going to be the best solution for you if you're looking for a simple turnkey system that has the full connection built out, automations and email campaigns all built in that are fully customizable, that don't require you to set up and that you don't need to pay for. And that's going to allow you to not just focus on nurturing and organizing your clients, but actually closing more deals. So let's get right into it. Right now, first and foremost, the way that Leaf 360 works when we connect Arive and Follow Up Boss is we automatically drop in all the deals and the active and prospect pipeline from Arive to Follow Up Boss. We want to make sure that your systems are mimicking each other. If your CRM is not completely up to date with all your files in your LOS, then there's something wrong there. So if I click over here, you'll notice we have the prospects. For those of you that are familiar with Arive, the prospects, you're going to notice it's your app intake, qualification, and pre-approved. What Leaf 360 is doing is the second a client applies, we are automatically searching your CRM, looking to see if that client's unique email is found. And if it's not, we create the contact. But if it is, we simply update it. So as you're moving your clients throughout the stages in Arive, you can imagine it's going to automatically move it here, which I'll actually show you guys a live file right now. So if we go to our live account, we have Nicholas Test over here, and this is Arive. So we're going to actually go ahead and just move him to pre-approved. And sometimes this takes a while to update, but it didn't. So now I'm going to take my hands off the keyboard. I promise not magic. Bam! You just saw it. I mean, guys, I can't make this up. It's not magic. Immediately, as I updated the file in Arive, it moved Nicholas Test's deal to pre-approved. Now, this is not Nicholas Test's profile. This is a deal that's attached to his profile. So if I open him up, for example, you'll notice if I go to borrow info, you'll notice his information, Nmore 6 305 922 123 Elmo Street. That's all pulling in onto the actual account in Follow Up Boss, and it's updating his stage, letting us know where he came from. It's dropping in different tags from the system. It's uploading the purchase price. Any information that you can see from Arive, we can pull into Follow Up Boss for you instantly. You'll notice over here that the status update automatically was timestamped, so I can see exactly when that happened. Now, I can get into all the little details about Follow Up Boss, but I'll kind of give you guys a quick high-level view of it. Follow Up Boss keeps everything on one page, which I love. So if we take a look at it, if I want to create a note and say, these viewers are amazing, I can leave that note. And what that's going to do is it's going to put it there in my notes section for all of my users to see, anybody that's on my team. If I want to send an email or I want to send, I could choose a template, for example, and I could just go here. I could just choose that template. It'll automatically fill in. I can schedule that email to go out at a future time, or I could just send that email automatically. And it pulls in your signature directly from your domain. If I go over here and I want to send out a text message, once again, I could choose a text template. I could say that, and then I could click send text, or I could schedule it out for the future. And all those text messages, they're going to get pulled in over here. They're going to show over here. It's just amazing, right? I have access to all the emails as well. So this is a demo file, obviously not real conversations. This is my number. But the point is that Follow Up Boss is really simple when it comes to managing your communication between you and your team. So if you can imagine, as I'm texting a client or a client's texting somebody on my team, all those conversations are going to get housed in the text messages, the call logs, the notes. And over here, we even have the marketing emails. The marketing emails, this is bouncing because it's a fake email. But the point is that all the emails that you're sending that are automated from your marketing campaigns, your workflows that we create for you and customize, they're housed here. Your transactional emails are housed here. So it's great because you have everything kind of segmented and it keeps everything super simple. On the right side here, I can see any of my marketing campaigns that are running. Now, I've ran a lot on this file, so I'll show you guys a new file. But the point is as well, on the deals section, I can see any and every active deal I have with that client. So if Nicholas Test has a pre-approved file, one that's conditionally approved, one that's resubmitted, I can see everything. And it's all on his profile. It's simple, and that's how it should be. Your CRM should not be complicated. You should want to work with it. So now let's go back to our other demo account, and we're going to hit up our active pipeline. Now, you may notice there's a lot more people on here. You have Tony Stark, you have Mateo, Chris, but let's take a look at a trend over here. We see Tony Stark's in file setup. He has 2 loans in file setup, different addresses, and even has a file in conditional approval, even one that's clear to close. Now, what Leaf 360 is doing is we're taking every individual loan transaction based on the loan ID or the loan number in Arive, and we're housing it inside of Follow Up Boss automatically and attaching it to that user's profile. So if I go ahead and I click on Tony Stark right here, what you'll notice is, once again, the information is pulling in from Arive, but on the deal side, I can see every single active deal here, which is amazing. I can see all my active deals with that client, whether it's a brand new app, whether they're pre-approved, or it's an active contract. And now you're probably asking yourself, that's great for clients, but can I do that for agents or business partners? 1000% you can. You'll notice that there's a business partner on here called Nicholas, and even have your loan team on there as well. So what Leaf 360 does is, as you're updating your files in Arive, we're automatically dropping in the business contacts into Follow Up Boss. If they already exist, we're simply updating them, but also attaching them to the individual deal card. That way, when we're running automations and marketing campaigns, as you can see in here, the automations, for example, for post-closing, whether it's a purchase or a refi, or for the loan anniversary, it's not just per user, it's per deal. Meaning that client can have 5 different automations going on at once for different properties that they're closing on or refi. So it's really amazing. If I click on Nicholas Moore over here, it's going to open me up to his profile. I can see he's a real estate agent. I can see his company. I can see he was a buyer's agent and a listing agent on the transaction. I can see all the emails and pretty much status updates are coming in. I can see the text messages. I can see the calls, the notes, activity going, letting me see exactly what's happening between him and Arive or wherever I have the agent connected, and even my marketing emails as well. But guess what? Once again, my favorite part, I can see all the deals that I have going on with Nicholas. This is huge. If you're a mortgage broker and you want to be able to keep track of every single transaction you have with an agent that's coming into Arive, this happens automatically. There's no setup. There's no cost for this. It's all included, guys. You don't have to think twice. The system is ready to go for you immediately. So now we talked a lot about, hey, managing your active pipeline. Let's talk about managing your leads. So we're actually going to go ahead and create a new lead. Watch how simple this is, guys. We're going to call this lead YouTube Test. Let's just call it Test 1, I guess. And we're going to give it an email. We're going to call it YouTube Test 321@gmail.com. Sorry about that. Okay, we're not even going to give it a number. That's fine. So we're going to have him over here. And we just created this new lead. And over here, I didn't put a number, but the client's going to pop up into our new leads list. And now the way that these smart lists work inside of Follow Up Boss, we create all these for you. We drop them in. We want to make sure that, look, there's no 100% perfect system. If anybody tells you that, oh, hey, our smart lists and our emails are going to be perfect for you, no, that's just not true. We drop in what we call a base package, which is pretty much what 90% of mortgage brokers follow as far as a workflow. But we still want to meet with you and make sure that it's to your liking and it's customized for you. There's no additional cost. Once again, there's no cost to setting this up. We do it for you. So you let us know how you want your lists and how you want your workflows, and we create it. But this is a simple workflow that I like to follow. New leads that you haven't called, new leads that you haven't reached. And then you obviously have your people that you contacted, your hot, warm, and cold. These are just people we're nurturing. So you know what? Let's just start with a phone number. We forgot to technically add a phone number, so we'll go ahead and do that. Super simple, 305-948-3029. So look, I just did that. And then now if I go back over here, my client's in here. So let's go ahead and let's say we log a call. That client's no longer my new leads not called list. Now they're my new leads not reached list. The reason is because the way that we set up these lists, if you're using Follow Up Boss's dialer, which I highly recommend for the call and text functionality, we can create the list to recognize and move clients in and out of lists based on call patterns and text patterns as well. So now let's just say you want to send the client the application. Normally, you wouldn't be able to track when a client is looking to apply. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the stage to application pending, and check this out. I'm going to take my hands off the keyboard. I promise you guys I'm not doing magic. But bam, right there, a note pops up, mortgage application invite sent. Also, you'll see over here, it's running an action plan or a marketing campaign. And if you look, I can see, hey, YouTube, it was so nice speaking with you, blah, 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 blah. Check us out, apply now. Now, guess what? I didn't send out that email. It's the automation working for me. Now that client's no longer my new leads not reached list. Guess where they're going to be? My application pending list. And imagine if that client applies and Arive, you guys saw the magic earlier. What would happen is, I'm not going to do this manually. If this was a real file, I would just automatically change it. But that stage will get changed to applied. And guess what else would happen? It would stop the previous marketing campaign on the right side over here. It would trigger the next one. And if you look over here, I'm going to refresh. Let's see if the email didn't bounce. It didn't. Perfect. And what it's going to do is it's going to send an automatic email thanking them for submitting the mortgage application. We can even set it up that an automated text message goes out on your behalf. So that way you're acknowledging the client right away. So once again, guys, you don't have to worry about setting this up. You don't have to worry about updating your file in Arive and updating it in Follow Up Boss. Leaf 360 connects the two systems together. You don't need to pay for a Zapier connection, which is, I just knocked my headphones off. You don't need to pay for a Zapier connection, which is required to connect the two. We set it all up for you. And obviously, once the client moves from application pending, now they're no longer in here. They're in my applied list. So once again, this is just a small example of how these automation works. We have smart lists developed for the entire process, from brand new leads all the way to nurtures to application pending, applied, qualification, pre-approved, in process. We have our closed and funded, past closed and canceled loans. We even have lists set up for clients that ghosted us, and campaigns. If you go over here, this is an example of some of our campaigns. Right now, we have them in English and Spanish. We're building out French as well. But we have all sorts of different campaigns that we custom make for you when you sign up to pretty much nurture your clients. Now, once you sign up, the integration and connecting everything takes about 5 to 10 minutes. So your system would be up and running. It takes us about 24 hours to actually set up all your marketing campaigns, all your smart lists, making sure that everything is customized to your liking. So we'll usually get on an onboarding call with you, make sure you're happy with everything. Understand that we're speaking from your tone of voice, because the emails we want them to be unique to you. And, I didn't even talk about this really, but Follow Up Boss is not just there to, once again, manage your clients. We use all sorts of newsletters and marketing campaigns to nurture your realtors. Monthly newsletters that are going out with HTML templates, which I think are beautiful. Weekly emails that are going out, letting them know about what programs you offer. And obviously, for me, if I was a mortgage broker, I wouldn't talk about my fast closing times and rates. I would probably talk to a realtor about how I can help them set up their systems, because that's what I'm good at. You want to provide value to your business partners, not just brag about what you do. Just to finish it off, I know I'm going all over the place, but we don't want to just set it and forget it. At Leaf 360, we come from the mortgage background. We coach and teach on best practices and how to fully effectively utilize Arive and Follow Up Boss. You do not pay for this. It's included in our subscription. We charge $59 a month. Follow Up Boss charges $59 a month. You're looking at $118 for full-blown connectivity to Arive, full-blown setup, full-blown onboarding, coaching, best practices, any kind of marketing automations that you want created that we don't already have. You get all that for $118 a month. Leaf 360, we offer a 14-day free trial. So does Follow Up Boss, and we have a 90-day money-back guarantee. So we really want you, within the first 24 to 48 hours, to be able to make a decision as to whether the system is for you. And we're going to do our best to make sure that not only is your system organized, but that you're focusing on using the system to close more deals. If you want to learn more about Follow Up Boss and how to turn Arive into an amazing CRM by pairing it with Follow Up Boss through Leaf 360, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Book a demo with me. I would love to meet with you. You can shoot me a call or text. I'd love to connect. We're very personal around here. If you have any questions, like I said, just reach out. We'll be more than happy to help. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care.